So let's do a little bit Halakha-Kapparot, ליום הכיפורים. Let's do the מנהג הכפרות. How did it start? Rashi, in Masechet Shabbat 81b, Rashi מביא מה שנקרא פרפיסה. What's פרפיסה? פרפיסה was 15 days before Kippur, or Rosh Hashanah, Rashi brings down. They used to take a pot, fill it with earth, Adama, put beans inside, and each member of the family would have a pot, his own pot, right? Takes 2 weeks to grow, it come out. They would take the pot, they would put it on top of their head, zot chalifati, zot temuati, zot kapparati, but to do it, they go next to a river, and as they finish saying the kapara, they would take the pot and throw it in the water, in the back. This was the original kapparot documented 1,000 years ago by Rashi. Rashi says this was 2,000 years ago, the time of the Talmud. It's called parpisa. That's how they used to do it. 500 years ago from our time, came a big Kabbalist called Rabbi Yitzchak Lori Ashkenazi, known as the Arizal. In his time, the Bet Yosef installed to do kapparot. No, there was not the Bet Yosef, sorry. There was a custom of kapparot with chicken. They would take a chicken, turn it alive around the head, זאת חליפתי, זאת תמורתי, זאת כפרתי, זה התרנגול ילך למיטה, ואני אלך וכנס לחיים תמשל. Comes the Bet Yosef, and he writes in the Shulchan Aruch, הלכות יום הכיפורים, he's against this minhag, זהו מנהג האמוריים. This is minhag of goyim. This custom came from non-Jews, from pagans. This is not a Jewish custom, this is avodah zarah. And Bet Yosef tried to stop the minhag. At that time lived his son-in-law, right? And he said to him, no, Rabbeinu, mechila, there is al pi Kabbalah a big inyan, a big thing to do the kapparot with chicken. Lama. Ben Adam, maybe he did some actions, a person did some actions that is chayav maybe one of the 4 capital punishments. Sekila, serefa, הרג וחנק. כן? חס ושלום, somebody מחלל שבת בפרהסיה, סקילה. כן? אשת איש, חנק. Right? You never know what the person did. Therefore, when you take a chicken, כן? And you catch it by the neck, אתה תופס אותו בשביל לעשות כפרות. זה כבר חנק. This is chenek. This is like strangling the chicken. This is the chicken is going through chenek, right? Now, when you take the chicken and you finish the kapara, what do? Normally you drop it on the floor. Dropping on the floor is sekila. What's sekila? Sekila is not stoning. Stoning is the 3rd step. Sekila is 3 steps. They build a high floor, like 30 feet high. They tie the person's hands and feet, and then they throw him down on his face. If he dies, met. Lo met. לוקחים סלע גדול, they take a big rock, they put it on his heart. met. Lo met. They put him and they stone him. Stoning is stage number 3. Wow. Stage number 3. כשאתה זורק מישהו, somebody falls off a ladder, or somebody falls off a building, or somebody falls off a roof and dies, הוא עבר סקילה. So when you take the chicken and you do זאת חליפתי, זאת תמורתי, זאת כפרתי, and it falls down, and the chicken falls down, the chicken passes סקילה. Then you slaughter the chicken. לא חייב to stone him. If he falls and he dies, that's it, זה עבר סקילה. חנק. סקילה, dropping the chicken down, סקילה. הרג, guillotine, right? שחיטה, כן? And then, did you ever see how they take off the feathers? There's a machine with nails. It turns, and they take the chicken, and they shave it. You see like sparks coming out. That's serifa, that's burning. Yeah, but today Morocco. Yeah, but this is today. You go. There's machines to do that. Right? This is serifa. Huh? So the chicken now, you can eat it. You can give it to Mosdot Torah. You can do a lot of things. But says the Arizal, since the person is chayav, maybe one of the 4 capital punishments. So doing it on the chicken is like a korban. Why do you bring a korban? Because the korban, when it's slaughtered and the blood is spilled on the mizbeach, it's like your blood on the mizbeach. Okay? So the Arizal היה מקיים, he said to the Bet Yosef, כן צריך לעשות כפרות עם chickens. But, רגע, עכשיו מה קורה? In our generation today, they come with trucks, huge trucks, and they bring like cages. You have 100, 200 chickens. המסכנים האלה, they're already 2-3 days in the coop, in those cages, right? Some of them, some of them suffocate, they die. Some of them, right? Some of them, you just pick them up, they die in your hand. Okay? Some of them, they're so scared, right? It's called Tsa'ar Ba'alei Chaim. There's a story with the Arizal. Somebody couldn't have children. 14 years, he didn't have kids. So somebody told him, did you ever go to the Arizal and get a bracha? He says, no. He says, go. He went to the Arizal, he looked at him, אמר לו, שמע, you want to have kids? Yes. Your chicken coop, לול תרנגולים, כן? is missing a ladder. You took off the ladder over there. מה קורה? At night, היו נכנסים לו weasels, foxes, they used to go into the chicken coop, eat up the chickens. So he took off the ladder, there was a ladder, he took it off. Now the chickens and the roosters are strong and big. To go down, what they do? They shake a little bit their wings and they jump off. The little chicks, they don't know. So they advanced and they fell off and they used to bang their heads, their wings, they used to get hurt. Every time they used to get hurt, they used to curse the owner. It says, you're cursed by the little things, Tsa'ar Ba'alei Chaim. Put back the ladder so they can go down smoothly. הכל יסתדר. He had babies. So you don't want to do kapara, and at the same time you do kapara, Tsa'ar Ba'alei Chaim. So they said, stop, let's stop this, and let's do kaparot with money. And let's explain how do you do it with money, okay? You can take a $50 bill, $20 bill, $1 bill, and take it and do, zot khalifati, zot timorati, zot kaparati, okay? But there's an old custom to take a handkerchief. In the corner, in the four corners, in each corner, put coins in the value of $1.80. So you can take 25 cents. You can take, if you have $1 coin plus 80 cents, whatever, $1.80. So you have $1.80, $1.80, $1.80, and $1.80. Now you take it like this. When you put it on top of your head, what do you have? You are surrounded with chai from four corners. North, south, east, west, you're surrounded with chai. The Zohar says, Parashat Devarim, how did Nachash do with Chava? He surrounded her with the word Mavet from four corners. Vatere Aisha, Vatikach Aisha, Vav Taf, and he added Mem to each four words. There's four words in the Torah and Bereshit which start Vav Taf. How do you write Mavet? Mem Vav Taf. He took the letter Mem and he added it to each one of the corners. Mavet, 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 Mavet. So he surrounded her with the word Mavet. Over here, we are surrounding yourself with Chai, Chai, Chai. After, you'll give the tzedakah you want. But this is the tool that's going to help you do tzedakah. Again, you can do it with a simple dollar bill, but this is much better. And then you say, Zot Khalifati, Zot Temorati, Zot Kapparati. Why? It must be in this order. Shem Kadosh, Khalifati starts with Chet. Temorati starts with Taf. Kapparati starts with Chaf. Hashem Hazeh, this name, is a holy name that comes out from the pasuk, Poteach et yadecha. Poteach, last letter is Chet. Et, last letter is Taf. Yadecha, last letter is Chaf. This is the name of the Parnasah, the angel's name that gives you Parnasah, this is his name. The same time you do Kapparot, you write yourself to life and you write yourself to Parnasah. As you remember, Rosh Hashanah, I told you the story about this boy that had no chance to live that year. And his mother went to all the tzaddikim and they told her he's not going to live. That's it. All the gates are closed for him. And she went to one tzaddik and he says, give me a few minutes. He prayed. He said, Be'at Hashem, your son is going to live. He said, how do you do that? He says, what I do, I didn't go to the gates of life because the gates of life were blocked for him. I went to the gates of Parnasah. And I asked, could you give this boy Parnasah for this year to be rich? And they said, yes. Give it to me. They gave me. Then I went to the gates of Chaim, to the world, the life. and I said, listen, I have parnasa for this kid. If he's going to die, how is it going to be accomplished? It's going to be a sheker. And they opened the gates for me. So that's why the whole Rosh Hashanah we pray, LeDavid Mizmor L'Adonai Haaretz U'Mloa, Parnasa, 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 to the point to Rabbi Yitzchak Levi Barditch of Zchuto Yagן Aleinu V'Alechem says, you know, if you squeeze the prayer of the Jews, money is going to come down. We pray for Parnasa, but Parnasa brings life. Parnasa brings life.
The first thing that HaKadosh Baruch Hu blessed אברהם אבינו, מה זה? כבשים, זה כסף.
But this is life, this is life. So therefore, then when we do this, the same time we get also life, we get also parnasa. Because the Shem HaKadosh, right? Now, you have to conjugate, which means you do zot chalifati, zot temurati, zot kaparati, but if you do it for your wife, zot chalifatech, zot temuratech, and the same thing, the sofet tevot is going to be the same. יפה. And if you do it for somebody who's not present, you can do it for somebody not present. So the rabbi is going to say, זאת חליפתו, או זו חליפתה, זאת תמורתה. No, the same. Yeah, you can do multiple. Yes, זאת חליפתם, right? So sometimes you will take a paper with names, a lot of names, because Khalifatam, Zotemoratam. So there's many ways to do that. The idea is it's better to do it today with money. What do you do with money, says Rav Ovadia? You give it to a yeshiva, to a kollel, bnei Torah. And then you're going to have the zchut of tzedakah. So now you prayed for life. You prayed for parnasa. B'zchut ma? Achzakat Torah. You're holding the Torah. So you give. How much should you give? How much is a chicken cost? We should have done it with chicken, but it's not. So usually it's 18. They raise the price 20, 22. But let's take minimum. $18 is a normal chicken. So for each person, you should give $18 if you could. If you can't, you can't. But if you could, you give $18 for yourself, 18 for your wife, 18 for your kids, and even little kids are in the bar mitzvah. And even for a pregnant wife, says the Shulchan Aruch, when this look kapparot with chicken, you take 2 chickens. Some take 3 chickens. If she doesn't know what she has, maybe she has a boy, a girl. So it's 2 chickens. And then a chicken for her. And some say she's a girl. So if she is a girl, with 1 chicken, you can do 2 girls. Okay? אבל מה שלא יהיה, זה minimum 2 chickens. So you have to give also for a fetus, for a baby. Okay? אז זה מנהג הכפרות. This is something very important to do, right? And you can do it up to Kippur. Up to Kippur. Okay? So basically, you have a few days between Rosh Hashanah and Kippur, the 10 days of Aseret Yemei Teshuvah, which is not 10 days. Huh? What? No, why you wait last day? You can do it before. You can do it before, right? Tomorrow, after tomorrow, you can do it before. But it's important to do Kapparot, because Kapparot is a minhag, kadosh. Just the only thing we're not doing is, instead of doing it with chicken, it's preferably, in our generation, to do it with money and to get the same results.